1102, the 2021 Select One Box 3-Team Random. Let's see how many times we're going to randomize it. 7 times. Boom, done. Alrighty, we will let these run through. I'll let them run through as we get this box open. 12 packs per box, 5 cards per pack. And with the Wizards going to Joey, we are ready to rock and roll. Right off the bat, we have CJ Elleby of the Blazers, CJ Elleby of the Trailblazers, followed by Nikola Jokic of the Nuggets. Then we have Marvin Bagley III of the Kings. Whoo! A blue die-cut Anthony Edwards, and that is out of 249. But that is a sick, slick hit right there of the Timberwolves going to Tyson. Oop. Sorry about that, folks. Hit the wrong button. And then it's Grant Riller of the Charlotte Hornets going to Joey. Oh. Wow, I didn't realize based on the factors. Let's get that magged up then. Thank you, Mr. CEO. Followed by Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics. Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics going to Mark. Draymond Green of the Warriors. James Harden of the Nets, Tobias Harris of the 76ers right there, followed up by Aaron Gordon of the Nuggets. Got it. Well, then you better close those select pick your teams tonight, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Trae Young of the Hawks, Ja Morant of the Grizzlies, Denny Avdija of the Washington Wizards going to Joey. Then we have a filler, and underneath that filler we have a silver Joe Ingles of the Jazz and a courtside Kevin Durant of the Brooklyn Nets. And that is going to Joey. A nice courtside hit right there. RJ Hampton of the Magic. RJ Hampton of the Magic. Followed up by Jason Tatum of the Celtics. The silver Nikola Jokic of the Nuggets. And that RJ Hampton of the Magic is going to Steven. Followed by an Isaiah Stewart from Rochester. And that is going to the Detroit Pistons, going to Steven. And then it looks like we have our first memorabilia here. And it is going to be Nikola Vucevic of the Chicago Bulls. And that is going to Joey. We have Kenyon Martin Jr. RC of the Houston Rockets, and that is going to Joey. Domantas Sabonis of the Pacers, Vernon Carey Jr. RC of the Charlotte Hornets to Joey. Then we have CJ Ellaby with that little tricolor of the Portland Trailblazers going to Joey. And John Collins of the Atlanta Hawks going to Steven. Kyrie Irving of the Nets. Isaiah Joe. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Isaiah Joe of the Phoenix Suns. That went a while ago. You'll have to scroll back or wait until the individual clips get posted. But if you had the Denver Nuggets and they were paid for, you're probably going to be in a pretty good mood. Let me just confirm. I will confirm right after this one. Just stay with us, meditation. Whoo-wee! We have the select Isaac Okoro auto of the Cleveland Cavaliers going to Steven. Out of 249. Following that up, LeBron James of the Lakers. LeBron James of the Lakers with that fancy looking prism parallel right there going to Joey. And then we have an RJ Hampton of the Orlando Magic going to Steven. Steph Curry of the Warriors, Luka Doncic of the Mavs, the select futures Patrick Williams of the Chicago Bulls going to Joey. Then we have Derrick Rose of the New York Knicks, followed up by Kendrick Nunn of the Miami Heat. Yeah, that was the first break of the evening. Tyrese Halliburton of the Sacramento Kings going to Joey, followed by Fred VanVleet of the Toronto Raptors, Giannis of the Bucks, and holy moly. We have a hit in here. Just want to, it fell out. Lauri Markkanen of the Bulls with the 7 out of 10 die cut. Going to Joey. We've got a hit in here. There we go. And following that up with Marcus Smart of the Boston Celtics. Derrick Rose of the Knicks, Kira Lewis Jr. of the New Orleans Pelicans going to Joey. Followed up by Zeke Naji of the Denver Nuggets going to Josh. Zeke Naji of the Nuggets to Josh. And then we have the silver Jalen Smith of the Phoenix Suns going to Tyson. Followed by DeJounte Murray of the San Antonio Spurs going to Joey. And we have 3 packs left in this break. Highly recommend you watch that meditation as long as you had paid prior to it going. I don't think we auctioned off the Nuggets, so I don't really remember. Anthony Davis of the Lakers, Duncan Robinson of the Heat, Hideki Azubuike of the Utah Jazz going to Tyson, followed by Derrick Rose, the tricolor Derrick Rose of the Knicks, and then Killian Hayes of the Detroit Pistons going to Steven. And then our memorabilia here is going to be a little rookie, and that is Emmanuel Quickley of the New York Knicks. Perfect. Yeah, meditation. Watch that break. Emmanuel Quickley of the New York Knicks. And that is going to Josh. Lou Williams of the Hawks, Russell Westbrook of the Wizards, a filler, followed by a silver Kira Lewis Jr. of the Pelicans, and then do the John Wall of the court side of the Houston Rockets. And then here we go with the last pack in break 1102. Woo-wee! The base Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves going to Tyson. What a break for Tyson. Followed up by Steven Adams of the Pelicans, Cassius Winston of the Wizards, a light blue, which means it's out of 299, Kenyon Martin Jr. of the Houston Rockets to Joey, and Darius Baisley of the Thunder. We had the auto. We had the Isaac Okoro auto. And we will run down these featured cards. Huh. It appears they did, if that is the actual breakout of that. I apologize about that. Oh, got it. Alrighty, let's look. We've got the Kenyon Martin Jr., the light blue of the Houston Rockets, and that is going to Joey. Cassius Winston of the Wizards to Joey as well. Then we have Kira Lewis Jr. of the New Orleans Pelicans going to Joey. Killian Hayes of the Detroit Pistons headed to Steven. Udoka Azubuike of the Utah Jazz going to Tyson. Jalen Smith of the Phoenix Suns going to Tyson. Zeke Naji of the Denver Nuggets going to Josh. Followed by Kira Lewis Jr. of the Pelicans going to Joey. Tyrese Halliburton of the Sacramento Kings going to Joey. The Futures Patrick Williams of the Chicago Bulls headed to Joey. RJ Hampton of the Orlando Magic going to Steven. Following that up with Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Isaiah Joe of the Philadelphia 76ers going to Joey. The tricolor CJ Ellaby of the Trailblazers, followed up by Vernon going to Joey. Vernon Carey Jr. of the Hornets to Joey. Kenyon Martin Jr. of the Rockets going to Joey. Isaiah Stewart of the Detroit Pistons to Steven. RJ Hampton of the Orlando Magic going to Steven as well. Denny Avdiju of the Washington Wizards headed to Joey. Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics going to Mark. Grant Riller of the Hornets. Going to Joey, and CJ Ellaby of the Portland Trailblazers going to Joey as well. Brendan, that is great to hear. Thank you so much. That feedback's phenomenal. Always trying to give our members of our BreakTraders community great deals and work from there. All right, first we have the court sides. We have John Wall and Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant of the Brooklyn Nets to Joey. John Wall of the Rockets going to Joey as well. Following that up, we have the Anthony Edwards base RC going to Tyson. Then we have Nikola Vukovic of the Bulls, Isaac Okoro of the Cavaliers, and Emmanuel Quickley of the Knicks. Boom, shakalaka. Emmanuel Quickley of the Knicks going to Josh, followed up by Isaac Okoro of the Cavaliers to Steven, and Nikola Vukovic of the Chicago Bulls going to Joey. And last but not least, we have the 7 out of 10 Lauri Markkanen of the Bulls, and the 136 out of 249 Anthony Edwards blue die cut. Anthony Edwards of the Timberwolves going to Tyson. Lauri Markkanen of the Bulls headed to Joey. And with that, that is the end of break number 1102. Break number 1102. We have the gold standard hit draft coming up next, possibly.